Some people just don't want you to know about the Volkswagen Classic service or the free 12 months roadside assistance. Just €149 at your local Volkswagen service centre.
Hello and welcome to the Small Business Show here on irishexaminer.com, and today we're in County Limerick as the business boot camp for the winners of the Student Enterprise Awards is happening here at the Nexus Centre in UL. How great is it to see young people like this coming in here to a university to get these kind of learning skills, I suppose, for a business of the future?
Well, we're delighted about it. In fact, the students we have here this morning are the top slice from 17,000 children who started out last September, dreaming up their own businesses, getting their products together, selling them, failing to sell them, reporting on that. And then in April they competed at the national finals, and these are the top groups that came out of that. So we're delighted to bring them, particularly to Nexus, to a place that generates entrepreneurs and that nurtures entrepreneurs. And they'll be cooperating and getting input from the adult entrepreneurs who are here. And they'll be doing tremendous amount of teamwork among themselves to develop their own products further, and also to learn about entrepreneurship. They'll be working within their groups and among groups. So at the end of this week, first of all, they'll have had a ball, they'll really enjoy it, and they'll also have developed both their projects and themselves. So that's what it's all about.
I'm Rianne.
Sinead.
Samantha. Roisin.
Now tell us about your business, Brace Yourselves. What is Brace Yourselves?
Our product is a plastic hook to help you fasten your bracelet.
Okay. And where did you come up with the idea for something like that?
I was watching my granny one day struggle to put on her own bracelet. She's lost power in one of her hands, making the task very difficult. So I thought that if there was something there to help her, it would make her life a bit easier. So.
Fantastic. So this is to solve an everyday problem is it perhaps for people who don't have perhaps the malleability in their hands anymore or something like that?
Yeah, we started out marketing it towards people who have problems in their hands, but then we discovered that it can be used by anyone who wears bracelets, because we all have problems putting our bracelets on too. So I can give a demonstration if you want to see.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you put the curved hook into any link on the bracelet, hold it in your hand, bring it around and clip it in. So that's it.
Fantastic, simple as.
Yeah.
And what are you hoping to get yourselves out of the boot camp? Is there something, you know, from your own personal point of view and business wise that you hope that you gain from?
I think we're trying to learn how to work together kind of more effectively. So and also how to come up with new ideas and how we can improve our own product. So.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck and thanks for talking to me today.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks.
Principal Apps, and my name's Adam Burke.
And I'm Ian Maloney.
Now, first of all, guys, Professor Maths, tell us what's this app all about?
Well, basically, it's kind of a revision app. Well, it's not really. It's for teaching maths to junior cert students, because when we did the junior cert, we found that it was taught very fast and there was some stuff we couldn't keep up on, and there wasn't really any software out there at the time to help us with that. So we decided we'd make one to remedy that issue.
Now, it sounds easy just to turn around and go, well, I'll just make one. How difficult or how hard it is, because it's here in front of us, so developing it and coding it, all that kind of stuff as well?
So basically we started in September, and at that time we had no idea how an app was made. All we knew that apps were on phones. We never had thought of the process of how it was made or how it was designed. So we started in September and we looked up videos online and we rented books from the library. So eventually we figured out how it was done, and bit by bit, we'll go through it there, you'll see that we learned how to do it and we kept updating our versions. So each time we updated it, we feel it got better. And at this point now, we feel that we have the fully functional app that's ready to be out.
And of course, maths is a big talking point at the moment in the country. Very, very important for junior cert maths to be at as best as it can be as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, the course is changing with the introduction of project maths and all that, so we feel that now is a really good time to start with it, because with the new course there are still people who are kind of confused between what they used to know and what they do know now. So if we help them get used to that now, it'll be easier for them later on, rather than if they get it, say, at the end of the course and they're trying to cram it all back then.
And if people want to find out more, or indeed download it themselves, where can they find it?
So our website is www.principal-apps.com, or you can check us out on Facebook or Twitter at Professor Maths.
At Professor Maths on Facebook. Brilliant, fantastic. Well, thanks very much, guys, and well done.
Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Fantastic, and very interesting concept, very interesting business. Tell us, Moss Muncher, what is it?
It's basically a piece of gardening equipment attached to the front of any ride-on lawnmower. As you go on your lawnmower, it rakes up the moss, underlying moss in your lawn, collects the moss, gets rid of it. After 5 times of use, moss is completely gone from your garden.
Also, it does a process called aeration, which is also another method of killing moss.
Fantastic. And where did the idea come from this? Was this something that you realised was a problem, or you looked out in your back garden and went, there's a lot of moss there?
We both play a bit of football, and I was out in the garden one day and noticed a lot of moss in the garden, and immediately set about finding a method of how we can remove the moss from our lawn. And research and...
Yeah. And how did you kind of go about going from, as you said, from research to actually creating the product that we have down here?
Yeah, we were very lucky. Adrian's father here, he has the facilities to actually get it making a prototype. So he's a carpenter, so he has all the machinery there to make a prototype. So we just hit at that straight away, made a prototype, developed it, and then we have the product here today. It's finished.
And what do you hope to get from the bootcamp here at the Nexus Centre? What is it that you hope that you want to take further in this business?
Further our business skills, learn more about how to develop our business further, advertisement wise, meet new people.
Also, we like to look at other people's businesses and take a bit from that. Like, they might have done things that we might not have done, and the same, all the people can look at our business and take things also.
Just off one another.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And if people want to find out more, or indeed maybe purchase the product themselves, where is the website and where can they do it?
We have the website there, themossmuncher.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter. You can see us in Dundee also, and then we have a YouTube video showing how the product works.
Fantastic. So mossmuncher.com.
Mossmuncher.com.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, guys.
My name is Christian Steinborn, and my business is Stein Design.
Fantastic. And you've come up with Easy Coil, life without tangles. We've all had that problem. It comes to Christmas time, your lights are all in a tangle, they're all over the place. It takes you about half an hour to get them out before you put them on the tree. You've tried to solve that problem?
Yes, I came up with a product that would safely store the Christmas tree lights and also prevent them from getting tangled. I came up with it in late November. See, it's my job every year to untangle the Christmas tree lights. So when I came home to find my dad watching the Christmas movie, I suddenly thought a job ahead and decided I would come up with a product that would make my life easier. I got the design for the product from one of my hobbies, which is sailing. When tying away ropes on a boat, you make a V with your hand and you coil the rope down around your elbow. And that's where I got the length and shape of my product from, even if you'll see there.
And this all kind of developed out of your own kind of thinking. You thought to yourself, God, I really don't want to do this every single year. Boom, it's problem solver.
Yeah, definitely.
And how are you going to, I suppose, produce this and get this out there? Because it's obviously something that it seems quite simple, and yet you can't really find anything like it on the market for some reason.
Yeah, I was looking there earlier on in the year and I couldn't find anything to do with stopping the Christmas tree lights I would get from getting tangled in Ireland. Where I was selling them at a Christmas craft fair, which I brought 200 units to and I'd sold out on the second day of that. I've also had a lot of publicity for my product as well through the Dragon's Den and the Young Entrepreneur, where I've been in many newspapers as well, which is great advertising for the product itself. So I'm hoping to have it into a couple local shops now by this December and have them selling them to the public. And I also will hope to go to another craft fair and sell my product there as well.
Oh, and if people want to find out more, is there somewhere where they can buy it online or something like that as well?
Oh, you can go to steindesign.co.
steindesigns.co, brilliant. Talk to you then.
Sullivan, I'm Managing Director of My Little Big Adventure.
Very interesting, novel idea. My Little Big Adventure. Tell us what it is.
It's something cool, something different. Basically, we've designed an all-new book that lets the child become the author. So all they have to do is fill in the line pages, so the pictures. We illustrated it all ourselves, and 10% goes to Bernardo, so that's even better.
Fantastic.
It's really important to us. It's our corporate responsibility to kind of give back.
That's interesting that you say that you've got a corporate responsibility. Do you think that's an important part of business?
It's definitely really important for us because like none of us come from really poor backgrounds, and like we understand what it can be like when times are hard, when times are difficult. You always need someone there for you. But when there's no one there for you, like Bernardo's is the one you can contact. I could call them if I had a problem, and I know that it's really important in Ireland, and they're a really good cause.
And in terms of your own business, where did the idea come from for something like this?
I came up with the idea myself when I was reading to my sister. She loves reading, she loves writing. When I was younger, I loved reading and writing. And she said to me, I really want to be an author. So I went back to the team, we discussed it, and we said, this is the best way we can make dreams happen for all those little children like her who really love reading and writing. So that's where it all began, really.
And it allows children to write their own book. It allows children to look at the picture and see whatever they want to write down that's in the picture.
Yeah, they're finally their own author. So like they can put in their name as this book was written by, and it's something you can keep forever, and it's really interesting to see how it works. Like we have a huge response coming back from this. Even the boys are loving it, the girls are loving it. It's really getting literature back into being cool in Ireland.
Fantastic. And if people want to find out more, or indeed buy it themselves, is there somewhere, a website where they can find out more?
www.mylittlebigadventure.weebly.com.
Say that again?
www.mylittlebigadventure.weebly.com.
Well, absolutely fantastic. Well done. It's a great product. I bought it myself when I was up at the Student Enterprise Awards for my own son. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Stephen Agger, and it's Interactive Arts, my business.
So Stephen, first of all, Interactive Arts, what do you do?
So I set this business up in January to make and create a geography revision iBook. So I set this up. I started with my brainstorming ideas, and I came up with the idea to make a geography revision book for junior cert students, and that's what I'll do.
And did it come about from your own kind of want to kind of be more interactive with the stuff that you were learning as well?
Sure. It was just following my junior cert last year. I did want to see more interactive things being used in class and in schools, so I thought this was the perfect way to go about doing it. So that's what it.
And for somebody who's looking at this, how long did it take you to code all this, to create all this? Because there is a lot of interactive stuff on this for people.
It's taken considerable length of time. It's been about 8 months, and I suppose it's flown by now. But it's a lot of late nights and a lot of Saturdays and Sundays given up. So, and obviously I'm in 4th year, so that was helping hand there.
So, if people download the app, what can they expect to find on it?
Sure. Well, once you download it, it's actually an iBook, but it's a similar thing. Once you download it, you can go through. There's going to be 12 chapters when it's launched, and you can go through, start learning, and get into the chapter tests and make your own notes.
And if people want to download the ebook, where can they find it?
They can find it on the iBook store. I'll be launching it in August of this year.
Fantastic. And is it available now for people to have a test run?
It's not yet. It's still going a long time after I started, but I'll have it out for August, and I'm sure of that.
Fantastic. Well done, and the best of luck in the future too.
My name is Eva O'Donnell, and my company is Pink and Smoky.
Fantastic. Pink and Smoky, tell us what you do.
I set up a company, and it's registered with the Companies Registration Office of Ireland, and it is a company where I design my own set of makeup brushes. Makeup brushes are extremely expensive, so I decided to make a set of makeup brushes where you get all the makeup brushes you need at an affordable price and high quality, and they've taken off really well.
And how did you go about doing that? Because obviously there's other people in the market who would make it, so how did you go about sourcing the tools to do it?
Well, I contacted about 100 manufacturers, and I narrowed it down to about 5, and by checking supplier references and seeing who could do the brushes to my specifications, I chose my current manufacturer, who's absolutely brilliant and does everything to my design. And you can't buy brushes as a set, you buy them individually, and for one max stipple brush it's €47.50, and for my entire set of all the makeup brushes you need, it's €30, so it's a lot better value. Currently they're on sale in 10 salons across Ireland. I have a deal with a makeup artistry college, Face It Body and Makeup Academy Kildare, and they take bulk orders off me for all their makeup artistry students, and I also have an online website where I've sold as far as Tunisia and North Africa.
Absolutely. And in terms of if people want to find out more information, or do you buy the product themselves? Do you have a website or something?
Yeah, www.pinkandsmoky.com. You can buy online and I ship worldwide. And all the information, and there's my Facebook page, Pink and Smoky, has over 1,200 likes, so if you can like that as well.
Fantastic. Get Pink and Smoky on Facebook and the website as well. Well done, and well done on your business as well.
Thank you very much.
Change. I use her left. That's not fair.
Now remember, guys, this is a problem-solving initiative, okay? All right.
So it's just a rope.
Yes! Brilliant! You did it! Okay, what's the point of this exercise? What's the point of this exercise? What assumptions did you make when you first heard the rules? That you had to be standing. Yeah. Did you make up any rules that weren't there? Because there were only 2 rules to begin with. But you did make that assumption, didn't you? That you had to be standing up. Before you could increase your options, what did you have to do?
Stand back and think.
Stand back and think. Yes. And, like, who was the first one who said it? About sitting down and putting your feet in? Ian? Did anybody think of it before then? That was the first time. Because sometimes people think of it that they're afraid to take the risk. They're afraid they might look foolish, or they might be breaking the rules. But the point we want you to get from this is that sometimes the answer, it requires a whole new paradigm. A whole new, like a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift is when, has anybody ever heard that, that expression, paradigm shift? It was originally coined by a scientist, actually, who was talking about a paradigm shift is a big change in the way you see the world. Now, this was a little tiny game, but it required, solving the problem required that you totally shift your paradigm and you kind of throw the rules out the window and think differently.
We constantly, my man only told me 3 or 4 weeks ago, do you not think you'll get a real job for yourself? Would you? It's not really, that's nonsense, you know. This is the perfect job for someone like me. This is my goal and my dream being lived right here. And you're living it as well. Because if I genuinely, like, my hero, and I said, is the 13-year-old fella down in Waterford, Jordan Casey. He's the CEO of 2 different companies. He's built multiple products. You probably know of him. He does a lot of his e-books and e-learning as well. Much the same as I've brought out in a couple of years, some of you will be my heroes. And I mean that properly, like, because you're on...
Well, that's it from the Nexus Centre here at the University of Limerick, and a look at the winners of the Student Enterprise Awards as they took part in the Business Bootcamp. And just a taste of the exciting 3-day event there as well. Don't forget, you can find our podcasts on irishexaminer.com and read our columns in the newspaper every Monday. You can also contact us via the Small Business Show page on the Irish Examiner website as well. I'm Kehlan Kerwin. You've been watching the Small Business Show. Bye for now.
Some people just don't want you to know about the Volkswagen Classic service or the free 12 months roadside assistance, just €149 at your local Volkswagen service centre.